Good morning.
So, good morning, everyone. I see a lot of people joining. Maite, Jesslyn, and Cash. Many of them joining. Are we
Yes,
waiting for
Juliet.
them?
We can start anytime.
Okay, Heng Chu. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
We can
apparently
start.
bright and beautiful.
Oh, thank
Michael
you.
Michael says.
Oh, yeah? Okay, now, that's another reason why I think today I look better because I sleep very, very well.
Okay.
I was sleeping like more than 10 hours, I think.
Okay.
But I'm still having this a bit of like, you know, um,
因为我不够了，就是
yeah, this thing. Okay, now,
这样
Justine, do you mind that, everyone that is like coming online, that we off the mic so that, we would not be disturbed? Is that possible?
Turn off the mic.
off the page.
Turn off the mic.
Justine, turn off the mic.
Yeah. I don't mean Mike, the Mike Leong, yeah?
Sifu, you
Hey,
are
by the
so-
way, I still cannot show the live. Is it because I don't have enough number?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm testing just now. Okay,
Yes,
never mind then.
you are.
Okay.
You are.
But
Okay.
how come Chuyan you got how many people?
I just got 50 like 1 day ago because I was preparing for this podcast, so I asked
Okay,
our
I will.
yeah, I
send
was
something.
asking for the family to add me so that I can be on the camera.
Oh, no wonder I cannot access because of the number
Yeah,
of followers.
earlier
lah.
on
Okay.
we thought that it's just a setting.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just,
never mind.
yeah, but
I'll
it's
take a
not.
note.
It's not setting it because TikTok is actually having this rules. If you need to have this thing in order to have this, you need to have this in order to have that.
There you go, another
Hey,
compliment.
someone say that I look fresh and beautiful.
beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Must be the reverse aging you did.
Yeah, looks like because we did reverse aging with Steven before. So probably it's the reverse aging then with the certain process in our CCR. So I think maybe that helps. I don't know.
Okay.
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 All right,
Okay.
shall we start?
Yes. So, introduce yourself. What's your name?
Okay. My name is Chu Yan. So, in order to remember, I always tell people you can choose Japanese Yan because a lot of people using Christian name. I don't. I want to keep to my own name. So, and I'm from Cyberjaya, Malaysia.
That's good. And what do you do?
Okay, I'm currently a teacher, math teacher, but I actually don't like the word teacher because teacher, sound like one way. You're forcing knowledge to others. You're forcing things to others. So to be more specific, I am an instructor. So more like someone that is actually helping the children to learn math. My student is actually 6 to 16 years old.
Interesting. So it's a reframe of the words.
Yes, it's not so much of reframe, but more of the actual description of my job, because for the title, I need to have the title which is something that people understand. So teacher is easier to understand. But when you say math instructor, what is that? But the real description of the word, real description of the job is an instructor. It's not teacher. So, but I'm actually like using it like, oh, what's your profession? Teacher. I would like to be a teacher, but the real work that we do is actually instruction. And beside, I'm actually not really a teacher. Okay, why is this so? Okay, why is this so? Because, you see, I'm actually running a center. To run a center, there are many things, it's like running a business. So basically, I'm business owner at the same time. So that's why it's like the multiple function that is ongoing, and But I like to be described in front of people, as in position myself as a teacher. But the real work that I'm doing is math instructor.
Right. So how long have you been doing this, Chuyen?
Okay, I've been doing this for many years, more than a decade. To be exact, it's 15 years. So I actually remember someone say before, when you continuously and consistently doing things for 15 years, you are world class. So I always like working towards that world class. So, consistent.
That's good, because people actually says that if you're in business for more than 3 years, you're already doing good, because most business will close less than 3 years.
Less than 3 years, correct.
Yes. So you're doing super well. Well done.
Thank you. But actually, I'm doing this because out of my passion. It's not so much onto business per se.
Well, they did say that passion, when you do what you love, it's not work.
I mean, it is really depend on individual Steven, because actually, when I started to do this thing as a business, it wasn't really that easy. It was really very tough, because okay, now maybe I should introduce a bit onto myself. Okay,
Please.
I wasn't a teacher per se, totally not. I graduated in mass communication, and I was doing political science. Okay, I was doing political science as my minor. So basically, I'm a social science person. And then my aim after finishing university, I was all the time wanted to eat. The very young mind want to be. I wanted to be someone that is very successful in corporate, where I will visualize myself having an office, whereby I have a lot of people working under me. I'm like managers sitting inside the room. That kind of fantasy after graduation. So my dad actually was a headmaster. So he retired now. Okay, he has been teaching many years. Okay, so it's like since it's the first job. It's his first job. Those days, they actually, once you go to teacher training college, you have to bond with the government. So my father was doing that for the whole life. So after I graduated, my father was pestering me, because why? During then was not easy to get job, especially social science. Is like social science will, who are getting it? Those people, they are actually wanted to engineer lah, don't know what. But I wasn't really easy to get a job, but I still want to. Then my father pestering me, since you have not get a job, go and teach, that kind of thing. He actually gotten, because he's a headmaster, he has a connection with the government. He actually gotten a temporary teacher job for me to teach. Before I gotten the job, I have to teach for a few months before I gotten the job, and I go off, temporary. So it wasn't me at all. I wasn't. Then many years later, many years later, then I chosen that profession. It's like fated. It's like something that is like destined for you to teach. That's what I thought. I was telling my father when I actually started to take up this as a business. I say, after so many years, I come back to teach. So he was actually smiling. He was very pleased also when I actually do this.
So he knew what your future was.
I don't know. Because during those days, I think old people, they feel that for ladies, it's good to have a stable job, where you're gonna marry, you better go and get a stable job where you can take care of your family, because teacher is doing half day so you can actually take care of the family and things like that. I wasn't a
Can't hear you. I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Now can you hear me?
Yes. Okay, go.
Yeah, someone is calling my phone, that's why I off it.
Okay.
Okay, and actually I wasn't teacher, and then I went into corporate. I went into corporate after my father forced me to be a teacher. So I went into corporate, and then I went into corporate, and it was a very, very challenging life. Okay, I was in corporate for more than 10 years, and of course, because of me being very objective driven, I was very easy. Like within 5 years, I have already went into managerial role, and then within like 7 years, I have already become the general manager, senior management. So before I left corporate, like 5 years down the road, 5 years after I become senior management, I was having hell lot of stress because the demand onto being that person, So it wasn't me at all, I feel, and I was very haggard. I wasn't look like this. This is my beautiful face. During then I looked like I think I looked like a 40 or 50 years old. If you actually go back to my old picture, but I was only 30 years old, but I looked like a 40 years old, and then I was like putting on a lot of fat, that kind of thing. I don't have time for myself, and then was keep thinking about office, and then Saturday, Sunday, even is rest time, right? You were still having a lot of worry onto what happened on Monday. So it wasn't something that is right. And Saturday, Sunday, I was like sitting there like very tired, like doing nothing, that kind of thing. I was like, hey, this is not the life that I wanted. So, and then it struck me, you should change, And during that, it was like very high politicking, I have to take care of the politics besides taking care of the business, that kind of thing. So I say, hey, go the hell out of it. I don't want you anymore. So I resigned without a job. And I thought, hey, you are having that kind of, your skill or your experience was like, you can get a job, you can get a job very well. Why do you need to actually do all this, But then after I actually resigned, it was kind of tough because I don't want to go into the same industry anymore, and I want to be something else.
Right.
And then I do not have the something else, to offer. So therefore, I was like having a 6 months window without a job, but I was still okay because during the time corporate has actually made me sort of not rich, but at least you can sustain yourself, So I was okay, But that period is a really good reflection of me, and basically the reflection period made me into something else. Okay, I actually went to Vipassana. The 10-day meditation, because I have that window. And also I was at home watching TV. I say, hey, so nice, I can watch TV. I don't have worries and things like that, So, and after watching TV for 3 weeks, I say, hey, this is boring. So, and then I started to think, whether or not that I should actually do something else, instead of looking for a job. So therefore, I started to think about business. And then my brother is actually he just graduated for not so long, and he went for master degree, and then he also just finished his masters, So we were both at the same junction, meaning having a junction whereby we want to do something, we want to start something. So then we say, okay, why not we go and take a franchise business, because we don't know how to do business, ma. So we went and take a franchise business during then. So we started that franchise business. It wasn't easy, okay? So we started the franchise. That was my first experience of entrepreneurship, all right? I wasn't having that entrepreneurship at all before, okay? So that was my first experience, and then it was very tough, and I cried many times because the first few months is zero income. Not only that, I have already put on a lot of money, a few 100,000 into the franchise business, that kind of thing. And then I wasn't having income. And then after maybe 6 months or so, 6 months later, I only get to have my first salary. You know what's the salary? 1,500. I have been getting like more than 10,000 salary per month, and suddenly I have 1,500. I have to work on my own. It was really a really a big hit on me, So it's like, oh my God, what is all this? I couldn't able to stand, and some more, we were doing retail. We were doing mailboxes during then. We were doing retail. So retail, every day you have to face customer. And then we are talking about all walks of life. It's not something that is controlled. Those days when we are working in corporate, I'm controlled. We are working with retailer, retailer as in their supermarket, and that we're working with controlled people management, we're speaking management language. Retail people, they can come in. I remember we were doing business center, sort of a small business center. So people, freelancer, they can come in and do their binding, and copying, and also do courier service and other services. Okay. Then the people that come in, I remember there was one incident. People that come in and they actually want to do a 1-page copy. Okay, I do it for him. I do personally, okay. 1 copy. And I collected 20 cents. I remember that 20 cents actually gave me such an experience. That 20 cents, he says, wow, 20 cents for 1 page of photocopy. That was how many years ago? I think 25 years ago. 20 cents for 1 page of copy? So expensive. You look at your photocopy quality is so bad, that kind of thing. I say, damn it. What is all this? Those days when I was in a corporate, people that's working with me for 150,000, I don't even take a look at them. I'm only looking at people at millions. All right. So now 20 cents, you want to condemn me, you want to criticize me. Wow, that is a big thing for me. But after a very long time, I realized that is the best moment that basically awakened me. Why? Because you're not like given all this time. You have to earn your stuff. I started to actually have a lot of reflection, and of course, the 10 days in Vipassana, it makes a big difference to me. Yeah. Okay. So that was the story, but it's just story. But of course, along the way, there are still a lot of ups and downs in life. So.
So what do you think? What do you think is the tipping point for you to decide to leave your corporate world?
Okay, the tipping point.
One point, yes.
Yeah, the tipping point. I wasn't like willing. Okay, I wasn't willing because the money is good. All right, but during then, when I was a GM during the time, my boss is like he's like at the age of retirement. He wanted to retire, and then at the end of those my time there, I am almost like doing the work beside myself, making decision. Whatever you want to do, you do. He wouldn't be bothered as long as you make this kind of money. You do earlier year your budget, and at the end of the year you deliver. I don't care what you're doing in between. Of course, there are a few directors there to actually say, oh, you cannot do this, you can't do that. But most of the decision I can still make.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Then there come a time where my boss decided to bring in the daughter. All right. And then the daughter is like more like the father want the daughter to take over the business. So the daughter was actually same age as me. All right. Then when she came in, there were a lot of happenings where she say you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, you do this, you should do this. Then I become a servant. So I have been a boss, so to say, and then now you want me to be servant? I'm sorry. Okay, there were also a lot of politics because those of the people, among the people, I have actually lined up my team, and the team is actually very aligned, except one person which is coming from rank and file, where they are playmates when they are young. So playmates with the daughter when they are young. All right, started with the company rank and file. So that person that is actually doing the politics at the back was feeding reports to the daughter. It's like a movie kind of thing, feeding reports to the daughter, and then ended up the whole thing crashed. The trust between me and the daughter crashed. There was a lot of pressure. So I say there's no point to continue anymore, because even though you have built all this, but no point. Okay.
So I can say that the tipping point is a trust issue.
Yeah, it's a trust thing.
Okay, good. And so do you love your job now?
Now, okay.
Yes.
Okay, if you want me to say very love. Okay, now I would say this, okay? When I first started, I wasn't liking the job. I just doing it because I want a business.
Yes.
All right.
Yep.
I want to have a business. So therefore, I think education reflect me. It's more like a person. It's more like you want to have a business that reflect you and an image of you. So I did that as a business. I wasn't a math person. I was a social science person. Okay. So, and management, marketing, so I'm not a math person. So I have to relearn. That relearn process is not easy. All right. And then, but of course, I'm like still having a good brain. So it's okay for me. So after 3 to 5 years, I like fully able to actually grasp the whole thing. After 3 to 5 years, when I fully grasped the whole thing, only I started to love a bit. Not like a lot, okay? Oh, this one I can do that, easy ma, that kind of thing. Oh, easy. But I would say that after some spiritual experience, I actually I would say that this has actually become one of my passion. I would say that for now is really a passion, because to be very frank, this business and this subject, this matter, it is the, I would say that the my stepping stone to spiritual growth. Can you imagine?
Numbers and spirituality.
Yes, because you see, when I first started, I didn't quite know it, because there is a lot of phrase that actually says that math, it is how God written the universe. And when I started, I wasn't understand, because math to me is just a school subject, okay? And then when I was doing the job initially, there was a lot of demand and a lot of, I would say that a lot of expectation from the parents, where they don't look at whatever language of the universe. They don't. They just want to see that exam, my kid can get A. That's the only objective, which I am like, that's the reason why I didn't like it initially, But then after some time, these parents has been giving me a lot of pressure. And then over time, when I actually started my spirituality, all these people suddenly disappeared, The people that is actually giving me pressure, that want me to do this, want me to do that, Sometimes because of customer, you have to meet their demand, But after a while, these people, they're gone. Either the kids has already graduate, or the kids has already done has already done well, or they move house or whatsoever, and whatever remaining are the kids that is really loving the subject, and it is really that wanted to improve, and parents is not looking at A's only, that kind of thing. So of course A is needed, but it's not the main thing, is by the way. So I get to have this. And then right after, later, when I grow, and I actually see my environment entirely change, because I'm starting to attract people, attract parents that understand math is not an easy subject, and there is a lot of anxiety in learning the subject. So they actually started to like agree with the way that I'm doing, and those people that don't agree with what I do, naturally they won't become my customer, because they won't become my customer. So I become like at ease running it, and then love working with the student. And then because I've been running 15 years, right, I have a few batches, as in they have already graduated. And the first batch I remember that is graduated, one of it, went to Cambridge and did mathematical science. And then there later, I have many students that come in, girls also, parents bring the kids, came in and say, hey, my girl actually want to do engineering because she loves math so much, that kind of thing. So it inspired me a lot, that's why I started to love doing this. I mean, yes, at the moment I'm running it as a business, but at the same time, I'm really very passionate, but it wasn't from the first day.
Right. So basically, what I'm hearing is that the feedback from your student is the main motivator for you to convert that business to love of the business. Or not?
Yes, that's only one of it. I would say that my growth in the business, even now, I feel that I am very good at doing it, okay, and at doing at what I aim to do, because math you can teach many ways, okay. So the way that I'm doing it, I'm happy, and I would say that I'm happy and I'm good at what I'm doing, but still there are many room for me to grow, because every single children, each and one of them, they are different. So those days, 15 years back, when I work with a 7-year-old, and now that I'm working with 7 years old, the 7 years old 15 years back and the 7 years old now, they're different machine. Their aspiration and their environment is different. So I'm still learning. I'm learning about the kids. I sometimes speak their language. I have to become one of them to understand where is the anxiety coming from. So because I only recently I realized, 5 years back, I realized that it is not that people cannot do math. It is because that anxiety that actually, when it comes to math, every one of us have, okay? Every one of us, okay? Steve especially, okay, Steven, I don't want to do math, okay? You do the math, okay? You do the number, I don't want, okay? Every one of us have. But it doesn't mean that we cannot do math or we are not good at it. It is because when we look at those numbers, the past experience that we have on that subject, maybe it's just a cross on your workbook, or maybe saying, how come you're so stupid one? Maybe one of the teachers say like that. It's actually blocking you and making you having that anxiety, which causing you to say that I'm not good at math. It's actually no. You see, human being supposed to be all-knowing. It's like how when we start to teach someone that is entirely blank, when you actually ask them what is 1 plus 1. They naturally know is 2.
Not
They
3.
may not know how to write 2, but they know 1 plus 1 is one thing and one thing put together. Okay? When you put one thing and one thing together, it is 2 things. You may not know how to actually sort of, if you are working with a baby, this thing put together with this thing is what? They know is 2 things. All right? They may not say 2 because they have not know the symbol yet, but they know 1 plus 1 is 2. So every one of us is having the knowing, the inner knowing. It's just that whatever circumstances outside and whatever the experience, like teacher saying, "How come it's so stupid one?" Or maybe in a workbook, a teacher put a big red cross that actually makes us anxiety. So this is actually what I learned through the entire 15 years, that anxiety is the main reason why a person cannot or a kid cannot perform his math, because
Like
the
me.
pressure from the parents, the pressure from the teacher, the pressure from the school, the pressure of getting good marks, all those things is actually making a person like pushing away the learning and want to be at that objective. I want to get A, but I don't want the learning. So this is what happened, and parents has been doing that. As long as the kids know how to write the answer, they don't care where the answer is coming from.
Hello, Dragon.
So yes, and also memorizing the answer, that's a disaster. A disaster to understand the math, like the language of God. That's what I see.
Okay.
So when I started to see that, my whole my whole perspective onto teaching has changed.
Right. So if I can summarize, basically you started a business that you didn't really like, but you want to play with it.
Yes.
But then the love of it came in because of the feedback from your students. And then you start to realize that every student is a little puzzle to solve to help them to overcome their anxiety so that they become good at maths.
Yes.
And then you realize that God is in the numbers. Then all of a sudden that gives you the passion to really push forward. Yes?
Yes.
All
Yes,
right.
making it right. Okay, Sifu, you have summarized it very well. Okay.
Okay. Next question is, who do you think you are as a human?
Oh, okay. Okay, now I tell you what. This question has been coming to me since I'm very, very young. It's like surprisingly very, very young. I've already started to think about this. Who am I? Who am I?
Yep.
So I remember during those days when I was below 10 years old, I was very blur. Like most of the memories like lost, like below 9 years old, below 10 years old, most of the memory lost. I wouldn't say all lost, but most of the memory lost. I didn't know what I'm thinking. I wasn't know what I was thinking during then. But I still remember in my 12 years old, there was one day I was actually doing my day-to-day chore, and then suddenly this thing come to me. Why should I go to school? Why should I be listening to my father? And then because my mom passed away when I was 9 years old, then like 2 years down the road, my father actually remarried. And then the reason why he wanted to remarry is because he wants someone to take care of the family. So then there was a big environment change for me. And then I wasn't happy because I want my mom. All right. And I was very young. And then I was like asking myself, why am I here? Why do I need to go to school? Why do I have a stepmom? Why am I not having mom like other people do? Why my father is so cold? I was during that I was before my 10 years old, I was very, very close to my father. I was like, every now and then cuddle and things like that one. But after 12 years old, I actually suddenly feel the separation from my dad. Maybe because I grown up already, I become a teen, and then and also maybe also because my stepmom is that I feel the distance. All right, so I was starting to ask this question, and then very strange. In 13 or 14 years old, I was very independent. I sort of traveled to school with school bus and things like that. And I met people, and then I met one of the student. In the bus, whereby we become good friend. And the home is actually a Taoism kind of setup. And I went into her house and play because it's like after school, that kind of thing. So, and because of the what do you call my closeness to her, the house, they actually organize classes. They organize classes for Taoism and things like that. They asked me to go in, and during then we need to pay $10 to actually go in. I don't have the $10. I have to keep money for the $10 to actually pay for it. And then they were having this ritual, and then of course the ritual, and then of course then after that there will be classes. And I actually learned a lot through the classes because it's a Taoism classes, and there are many seafood that coming overseas and come and teach and all. So I learned about the comparison of different religion, and I was learning about like Taoism, and I'm learning about Buddhism, and I'm learning about even what do you call that, Bible and the Quran. They actually do the comparison. It says that Tao is actually one. That kind of thing. So at very young age, I was very into it, and until such time they want to train me to be the speaker. At the age of 13, 14 years old, they say that I'm very convincing. I say sorry, but then I was like, oh, wanted to do it also, because there are so many seniors and things like that. I learned a lot. Then my father say that I actually like 撞邪. You know what's 撞邪, huh? It's like too into it, fanatic.
Yes. Too much
And then
addicted to.
Yes.
Yes.
And then he pulled me out from that place. He pulled me out from Malacca. He pulled me out from living with him and my stepmom, and then put me into my grandma's place, which is in the village. And I actually study in the village, and then I cannot be exposed to these people anymore. That's how actually this thing. So I already started to ask myself, who am I? Then many years down the road, I would say that I actually sort of realized, okay, I could be the daughter to my father. I could be a teacher to my student. I could be a sister to my brother. I could be a buddy to my friend, okay, or friends and family to my relative. But that's not me. All right? Myself, I am. During then I went into a workshop, and they actually asked me this question. That was like some of the question that come to me, like hitting me so well. If you are taking away your relationship, if you are taking away your name, okay, who are you?
Yep. Very
Oh
good.
my God, this is like, oh, hit me. Like during that I think I was only 28 years old. I went to mastery class. During then I was still in the corporate world. I want to know myself and things like that. So if you're taking away your position, okay, during that I was having a marketing manager position, okay? So taking away your position, taking away your title, taking away everything, who are you?
Yep.
So then we were into a process. And then at the end of the day, the gist of it, okay, cutting short. Okay, the gist of it that I got, okay, the gist that I got is
Yep.
I am a loving, caring, and beautiful woman.
Good.
And I carry that since then. All right, since then, I'm a loving, caring, and beautiful woman. As a human, that's what I have been carrying.
Okay, cool. So Who are you spiritually?
Oh, this is more difficult. This is more difficult. I know you're gonna ask this question. It's very difficult. I have been actually thinking about it because you have been doing podcasts and asking this question. Okay. And just only 1-2 days after, I've been like sort of think about it. Who am I spiritually? Okay. This is what I realized. I knew it, but I do not know how to utter it. Okay. But now I actually found a way to utter it. Okay. Now, I am spiritually, I am actually not a person, a form, a thing. All right? Because I'm actually spiritually, I am a consciousness. A consciousness that sits on my back or maybe on top of me that is observing. Okay? And then observing and learning. All right. Oh, I forgot to say, as a human, after there are some evolution, okay, the loving, caring, and beautiful woman as a human,
Yes.
it has been evolved, all right, over years, all right. That one was during my 28 years old. I think in my 40s, all right, I went for a lot of spiritual retreat in and out of India, you know. Like there was 1 year that I went for like, I think 8 trip, you know, somewhere, you know, in India. 8 of this thing. It's almost 2 months once, you know, that kind of thing. And I realized as a human, I'm not only loving, caring, and beautiful woman. I am an experiencer
Experiencing life.
Correct. That's human. That's a human need.
Yep.
I mean, besides that, me being a beautiful woman, kind, caring, I am an experiencer, experiencing. So now see, now when you ask me about spirituality, as in who am I spiritually, I am a consciousness that is observing the experiencer. That's how I actually see it as my as a spiritually, and I feel that my spirit, you know, I mean when I'm human, I'm having this such limitation because I'm just someone that's having this body to experience. But as a spirit, I mean, as it's spiritually, I'm having this consciousness at my back that is so vast, that is so limitless, that I shape everything. I shape this life. I shape this body. I shape this events that is happening between people. So that for the experiencer in this human body to experience, for me as a consciousness spiritually, to actually learn. I'm all-knowing spiritually, as in consciousness, I am all-knowing. But my knowing is just theory. And I am extending myself as the body to become a human so that I can experience what I want to experience.
Okay.
And then I learn from that thing. I mean, that's me spiritually.
Okay. If I hear it correctly, you're saying that you're here to learn something, but you're not quite sure what you're learning because you're in the process, you're creating the events for you to experience.
Yeah.
So
spiritually.
Yes. So do you know what you're learning?
Okay. Now, I wasn't know that I'm going to be a teacher. I wasn't know that I'm going to be a math person, that is actually having a math experience in order for me to learn. This is the language for God. I wasn't knowing. It's exactly like I wasn't knowing when I started have a spirituality, that I am ended up with APW and Stephen. I wasn't know. But when I experienced, if I were to know, I would not want to experience anymore. So that's the reason why I'm having this body for me to experience. That's how I see it. I don't know whether it's correct or not, but that's how I see it. At my level of consciousness at the moment, at my level of awareness at the moment, I'm not sure. I do not know. I don't know what I don't know. But I went into it and then I learned. And then I started to realize, and then when I learned this one piece, another piece is opening up. And when I started to learn this piece, the other piece is opening up. And then I'm actually seeing that, I would say that the clarity is like opening up, that kind of thing. Especially after AP, because during then I went to a lot of retreat, a lot of platform, I wanted to follow this teacher, I need to cling on to someone, and then to a certain extent, some of the time you would actually like unconsciously taking that person that is actually teaching you, or maybe the guru or master that is teaching you like a god. You started to actually worship them, this thing, you want to be like them, the kind of thing. But after all these years, I've been like in the spirituality since 2012. After all these years, I started to realize everything is within me. My teacher, my guru, my master, everything is within me. All right? So, whoever that's out there that is actually teaching or master like Stephen, they are guiding us. They are leading us towards that discovery. They are leading us towards discover myself. Because I'm having my guru within. I don't need anyone else. I don't need to cling on to anyone. That's how I see for now.
Okay. So I'll summarize all that. So your realization, even I know that Cass was asking, he says, I know what you feel, what you mean, Chuyen. I have the same feeling like you. So I would like to see whether I'm right or wrong based on what you said, is that you realize that you are the creator, that you are the creator, because everyone else around is basically reflecting the creator to you. So you're taking the power back to yourself, and you realize that you are the spiritual being, which is the creation of your experiences in life. So you basically took the whole responsibility of life back to yourself.
Correct.
And you end up giving up the blame and all the excuses.
Exactly.
Because you are creating it.
Yes, exactly. Sifu, when you're actually talking about this, the power that come back to me, there's one day after the last prep class, suddenly my vibration jumped very fast, right? I remember it jumped very fast. I was like, when I look at it, wow, I'm in the CCR group, I'm so happy. But actually, what happened the next day, I was having a dream. I was in Ho Farm that day, and I everybody wake up early. I wake up 8 o'clock, but during then, I actually already wake up. I know that everyone was, I was like half wake up, not wake up. But during that, I was having a dream. That dream, I didn't even understand what is it. But then after that, I went and checked onto the meaning of the dream. Okay, you know what happened? Very interesting dream. Okay, I dare not share, but now, since, you're talking about the power is coming back to me, this is something that I really feel that, Okay, that dream is about, I rarely dream and very rarely having vivid dream. Okay, like I remember, okay. That dream is about, US president, the most powerful people on earth. Okay, the most powerful people on earth actually courting me. And I hate Trump. I hate Trump, okay? Okay, publicly speaking, okay? I hate US president for now because of his ego, all right? But this person, US president, come to my door, and it's not coming to my home, coming to my workplace, all right? And then sending me flowers and then there was there was actually US president, they're having security protocol, and then people that's
Secret
following
Service.
and things like that.
Secret
Yeah,
Service.
correct.
Yeah.
And then even with that, he came to my door, and then he was there for 2 days, and then we were having fun chatting, talking, and then and then he actually courting me. But I actually see that power and that US president not so 汉脏 already, not so
Not so bad.
not so bad, and then I actually see the soft side of him, and then was talking about this, and then I went and checked, why am I having all this dream? But during then, I wasn't having any emotional spike. I wasn't happy. I wasn't sad. I wasn't having any emotion. I was just experiencing the whole thing, and it was very vivid. Then I went and checked. I went and checked what? I went and checked ChatGPT. I asked ChatGPT, if you're a dream interpreter, what does this mean? All right. You know what ChatGPT come to me?
Nope.
He actually says that it is nothing about romance onto your dream. It is about you. Actually, the power is coming into you. The power is coming to you, and then you are not having emotional spike. That's the most critical of it, because you hate it, you say, because you don't want to have that power. You are actually dashing out the power. You feel that it's ugly.
Good.
But now the power is coming to your door. You started to see the soft side of power, and the power is now within you. And then I say, when I wake up, I was so fresh. And then they say this is also a very important element, because it seems that the whatever that I experience in terms of the power that is coming within me is fully integrating in me. So I was like, oh yeah, okay.
Good.
Okay, so now you are saying that it, like, I feel like so making sense.
Because often, what happens is that we are afraid of our own power. We push the power away, and because we push it away, we try to keep it away by getting angry with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you start to know the president in that sense, in the dream, yeah, it's no longer something bad. You don't mind having it back to you, the power.
Yeah.
Very good realization. Good dream.
Good dream. Correct. It's like, wow, after that day, I feel that I am like very centered, very aligned, and I actually know what I'm actually doing. Like I'm like very certain. I'm having like very, very good clarity on what is in front of me.
And that shows in your vibration. It actually jumps very, very high.
Yes, correct.
It took you a long time. It
Yes.
was like a flat line, nothing. Next moment,
Yes.
shoot up. Well done.
Yeah, correct. And then I was like very surprised that I didn't do more than what I supposed to do. Those days I was like doing more, and it's flat. I'm doing more, but it's still flat,
Yep.
But
it is
now
a breakthrough. It's a
yes.
breakthrough that's very important. Yes.
Yes,
Very good.
correct.
Yeah. So next question. Do you think that you're living in alignment spiritually and physically?
Oh, okay. Now, yes. Before, no. Okay, now, I would say that the alignment is just happened few days only. Just few days. Before, I was still searching. I was still like, no, I would not say searching. I would say that I know theoretically should be like that. Theoretically should be like that. And then even when I actually like sort of decided to go with live with you, I wasn't sure what I'm going to talk about. But that was after the dream. Right after the dream, that day I actually confirmed with you. That morning I discussed with you on the numbers. Remember the chart? Okay, that morning, it was after the dream. All right. So I decided to come. But then these few days, after that day, I would say that I really know what I'm doing. And then I know exactly what's in front. And then not much of agitation. Okay, not much of agitation. I would not say no, but it's very minimum on life. All right, now I would not like, what is this? I don't like this. I don't like the way this thing is. I used to have that, and then I was very easily got agitated and very emotional, and now it's like, okay lah, let it be lah. Oh, like Amel said, let it be lah, and as in like very aligned, and because it doesn't bother me, all these things, because I'm having something that is in front of me, I'm like looking forward to it. I don't need all this, this. Oh, like Sifu say, distraction. Go my way, go my way. Okay, that kind of thing.
Okay, so basically what I'm hearing is that the theory falls into place with the application. The theory shall mean the spirituality, yeah, and the human side is the application or the experience.
Yeah.
So they both match, fall into place.
Yeah.
So it's an alignment.
Yeah.
Excellent. Good to hear. So, now, is there any question you want from me?
Oh, this one is a tough question for me, What question do I have for you? I was saying, okay, when you actually, I know that you're going to ask this question. So I was actually thinking, what question to ask you, okay? Because whatever question that I have, I really like having that innate knowing, you don't need to get an answer from someone, you can ask yourself already, why do you need to ask someone else, that kind of thing. But I still have a question for you. Since I'm giving that kind of opportunity, I will still want to ask, okay? This one maybe is for everyone, and it's also for me, myself as well, See, when we are on the path, all right, we are on the path. Maybe you can actually say going home. You can use the word going home, all right? So, of course, it is not something that is near, okay? It is not like tomorrow, okay? Because you need to go through certain things. I mean, there are challenges in your path, definitely.
Yep.
Because that's how it grows us, okay? But my question is, after going through all the path and you pass, okay, you go this and you pass everything. What's the end game? What is the end of it?
Okay. The journey is actually very long. I have actually spent a lot of time channeling and creating a structure out of it so that students like yourself have a blueprint for you to travel home. Yeah. So at the end of it, at the end of the stage, which there are 7 of them, the end of it is that you basically accepted everything as it is. It has to happen. Yeah. And you're okay with it anymore. Your curiosity stops. When we are born, we are curious, like a kid. Yeah. You go and grab this thing and then it breaks the whole table and whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Curiosity driven. At the end of the journey, when you've gone through all of these stages, the end of it is that curiosity stops.
We killed the cat.
Yes, we killed the cat. The cat with 9 lives.
We killed the cat, right? Remember when I first started with you, Christy was saying that we are all cat because curiosity killed the cat.
Yeah. But it's the curiosity that drives you forward to the point where you accept everything as it is and everything is perfect as it is. There's nothing that needs to be changed. But before that, we want to change this, we want to change
Correct.
this, we want to change this.
Correct.
Yeah. So at the end of it, I'm at peace. I'm in harmony. I accept everything as is or is not. It doesn't really matter. Now I rest. That's the end bit.
So the end of it is when we go home and sleep.
Yes. Yes. In a matter of speaking,
Okay.
yes. Spiritually.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Stephen.
Thank you very much for your time. And
Thank you for having me.
I hope that we will have more conversation like this in the future, more realization happening.
Yeah, correct. I am looking forward to, that's why I am like sort of looking forward to more realization now. As in, what is important is that realization to move forward. So whatever in this life is like, I'm just playing. I'm playing along. okay, playing along, whatever that is there, I will just play, and do not be obsessed about what is good, what is bad, because sometimes things that is bad, it seems to be bad, like the 20 cent that I have, seems to be bad, is actually something that has the power to grow us.
Yes. It's a trigger point for you to change, to pivot. Correct. To point you to the same direction.
Yeah.
So I would like to say thank you. And anyone else who wants to hear more of this sort of podcast, please join us.
Yes, and anyone who likes to break through yourself, would like to have this realization more along the way, please join APW and watch out for upcoming courses by Stephen.
Thank you very much, and have a good day. Thank you,
Have
everyone.
a good day, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.